So guys, welcome back to another video and welcome to this mid-icon Thierry Henry player review. If you need to get your hands on some coins to improve your ultimate team, then check out the link in the description, igvault.com, and if you use the code Kieran at checkout, you'll get yourself a pretty nice discount. Now, I've obviously already tried out the base version of Henry, and if I'm being honest, I wasn't a big fan of that card, so I'm hoping this 90 rated mid version is going to be a significant improvement. Now, this is the team we're going to be using him in. He's going to be playing off the left edge in the 4-2-3-1 formation, but we're also going to try him out as a striker as well in game, and who knows, he may even get a shot at cam too. So let's have a look at this card, shall we? 4-star, 4-star, pretty good to see. Medium wear rates aren't ideal, but definitely not the end of the world. And he does indeed stand at 6'2". In terms of traits, it's just a finesse shot trait that's probably worth mentioning, although flair is there as well. Now, in terms of stats, it looks pretty solid, to be honest. Very good looking technical card. I've gone with the engine chem style for the big boost in some areas of the dribbling because I feel like he is going to need that. But I can imagine some people also going for finisher on this guy, or some people might even go hunter just to max out his pace. But I think his pace is good enough as it is, and his shooting stats look outstanding for a winger. 91 finishing, 93 attack positioning, they look brilliant. As well as 87 composure, this guy should be able to score goals with ease. I also think his passing stats are really good. 82 crossing, which will be boosted to 92 in game with his chem style. 89 short passing, that'll go up to 94. And also he'll have 99 curve with engine chem style as well, so that's pretty mad. Dribbling, aside from the balance, also looks pretty solid. 88 agility, 89 ball control and reactions, and an 88 in-game dribbling stat, which will be boosted to 98. Obviously he's a tallish player, so I'm not expecting him to be brilliant on the ball, but hopefully he does feel decent. And then finally, physically, how is he looking? Good strength of 80, decent stamina of 83, not great aggression of 66, but hopefully he'll still be able to battle for the ball a decent amount. All in all, I do think this card looks pretty good, and I'm hoping it's good as well, because obviously if you want to buy this card, it does cost 1 million coins. So let's get into some matches, and let's test out the mid-icon Thierry Henry. In this fixture, we are up against a Mo Salah, and Aubameyang, a Son, and a Man. This is a very attacking team. Like, what formation is he actually going to play in game? 4-1-2-1-2 maybe? Yeah, very attacking. Mbappe sees the run from Henry. It's a good run as well, and it's a nice first touch, and it's a nice finish as well. Perfect start to this game. Oh, nice interception there by Joe Gomez. Tries to set Henry free down this edge, and there's a mistake at the back. There is a big mistake at the back. Can we take full advantage? Ball's whipped in on the left foot. Sadly, doesn't beat Varane, but the result of that is a chance for Lucas, which I should have scored. I've absolutely bottled that. I should have took some more time and finished. Here's a chance to break. Need to find the right time to pass, and I think that was the right time because Henry is now through. Finesse shot. Oh my! Hit the post. A lot of work to do here. We are going to be literally playing out the back, but we do have a nice chance to break here. Henry's coming inside of Hector Bellerin. Here's an opportunity for Thierry Henry. Hits the finesse, and wow. That is the kind of finesse I wanted the first time round. Just pinged into the back of the net. Keeper given, no chance. Absolutely no chance. Lucas whips it into the back stick where Thierry is. Oh, we should be scoring that. Half time in this game then, and despite what looks to be a bit of a battering, the game actually hasn't been, you know, that much in control, to be honest. My opponent's actually had some pretty good chances on the break. As per usual, we are going to be putting Henry up front for the second 45, where hopefully he can do a bit more damage. So let's get a winger on the field, and let's get this second half underway. There's a chance maybe to catch him out on the break. Mbappe gets the ball, puts it through for Henry. Can he get on the end of that? He's battling up against Ramos here, and he's doing quite well. The opening for the shot really isn't there, though, and yeah, we didn't really take full advantage of that. Actually did really well to keep the ball there up against a defender like Ramos, though. Well, unfortunately, we didn't find the back of the net in the second half, and the second half was actually quite boring. We had chances, just didn't take them, sadly. Right then, in the first match, we are actually up against another icon with base icon Hernandez. Other than that, it's pretty OP team. You know the backline, you know the backline. Gomez, Varane, Mendy, typical foot champs, and he's also got a Neymar in the right wing spot. He's also got Lucas playing at centre mid, so yeah, pretty obvious he's switching to the 4-2-3-1. Henry down the wing, comes inside. Can he keep it in? Yes, he can. Mbappe. Oh, what was that shot initially? Eventually we score. But what was that original shot? That was really strange. Mbappe has done really well to beat his man there. Gets it in behind to Henry, who's up against Bellerin, who tried to dribble around him. I knew I just wasn't going to beat him for pace, so I had to try and take him on. Unfortunately, on this occasion, didn't get away with it. Yeah, not too much action in that first 45 at both ends, so need to improve for the second half, and we are going to be using Henry as a striker for the second 45 as well, like I touched on at the start of the video. So we'll bring Ansu Fati on the wing, and Henry is going to form that French link-up with Mbappe. Henry instantly linking up well with Mbappe. Here's a chance. Oh, the left-footed strike blocked by Gomez. Get the feeling, or at least I like to think, that that was heading into the back of the net. Henry finds Mbappe. Can we hold up play well enough? Yes, we can. Henry, can he get it back to Mbappe? Yes, he can. That's great hold up play. And that is fantastic link up play. Mbappe and Henry, that French connection, getting going early. Will we get a second chance here? Henry holds up play. Puts it through for Rashford. Can we still nab this game here? Rashford. Ah. Well, I can't help but feel if this was a league game, I'd be saying that's 2 points dropped. Yeah, I really bottled towards the end. But Henry, 2 assists. Not a bad display from him, to be honest. But yeah, I'm a bit gutted I didn't win that game. Next up for us is this. Very interesting side. Very attacking side as well. 3 strikers in the starting 11. And yeah, pretty OP defence. And this is the first time I've come up against teams group stage. Carlos too. He looks really good. He's up against Lucas Moura here. He's going to come in onto his right foot, and that's not a bad ball. Oh, and Mbappe! That's a great goal. Unsure about the header and the goalkeeper movement, but that's a great chance set up by Thierry Henry, and we have taken full advantage. Kata spreads the ball out wide. Thierry Henry, can we get him on the inside? Oh, what is... I've never seen that animation before. I like ran around Bellerin to get the ball. I mean, ultimately we lost possession, so it doesn't matter, but just looked a bit strange. Nice. Good bit of link-up play. Chance for Thierry Henry. Oh, wow. What a strike that was. The keeper didn't move. Shot power just pinged into the back of the net. Nick Pope just stood watching. Great off-the-ball movement as well. A nice bit of link-up play with Mbappe to restore our lead. Just has done so well there. And Henry's just waiting at the back stick to tap that in as well. Like, as soon as I saw Henry free, I was like, yeah, this is going in. This is going in. 6'2" Henry is not missing that chance. And just before half-time, we have ourselves a nice cushioned lead. Well, there is the whistle for the break, and as you well know, we are heading in with a nice 3-1 lead after the first 45. I feel like we're good value for that lead as well, and hopefully we can extend it in the second 45. Henry coming up front with Mbappe. Hopefully we can get him on the score sheet at least one more time in this match. Spreads it out wide for Lucas Moura. Here's a chance. Lucas whips it in. Henry returning. Oh, we should be scoring that header. Oh, nice. Henry's just megged him on his way through, and then he's put the finesse into the back of the net. That's a great goal. That's what I want to see more of from him, because he's clearly capable of it. Brilliant finish. Mbappe into the feet of Thierry Henry to really wrap it up. He moved his keeper and just made it easy for me there. Got a bit aggressive, and we took full advantage, and that will be game over. And there is full time, so we end on a 5-2 victory, and Thierry takes home the match ball in what was a pretty good second half. I mean, his final goal was a bit of a gimme. We saw the keeper move, so we knew where to put that. But actually scored some nice goals in this game, and also set one up as well, which was a really nice assist. Him and Mbappe linked up very, very nicely. So now we've played a bunch of games with TT, it's time to review his performances, and ultimately I feel like this is a card that some people will love and some people will hate. He's not a meta winger. He's, yeah, just isn't as good as your go-to wingers in the game, especially when it comes to on-the-ball ability. He definitely has some notable positives, which we'll get onto, but there are a couple of things that hold him back in the FIFA 21 gameplay. As I say, not a meta player, but still certainly can have some use in some of your teams. So let's get straight into things. First of all, let's start with the positives. His shooting for a winger is brilliant. His finesses are great. His shot power in game felt better for me than the stats suggested, and the guy can just certainly score goals. And with the 4-star weak foot, you can go off the left foot if you want, but his right foot can be absolutely deadly, especially for those finesses, which is great. Another positive for this card is the run making. His run making and his positioning. For me, he just got into good areas constantly, and that made him pretty easy to use. He was regularly getting on the end of through balls and making good natural off the ball runs, and yeah, I was just getting him on the end of passes. That wasn't a problem at all. I liked his passing ability as well. He linked up well with the players around him with his short passing, and his crossing ability was also very, very nice. And he did actually pick up quite a few assists for me, which was yeah, great. 4 assists. for a player that I was half using as a striker is a pretty good return, especially in the 5 games we played. So happy with that. His pace is good, but he's not electrifying, he's not rapid. He'll beat players if he's got a yard or two on them, but ultimately he's one of them that centre-backs and full-backs will be able to catch up if they both start at the same time for most part. Luckily though, he does have some good strength about him, so he can hold them off for a bit of time. So he actually is quite good for hold-up play, which is something to note. I've left the dribble until last on purpose because that's something I want to discuss. Now, I know I've put it in the quote-unquote cons department, but ultimately his dribbling isn't terrible. But in comparison to other top wingers, like high-rated wingers in the game, his dribbling isn't that great, and that was as expected. As soon as I saw, well, obviously I knew Thierry was tall, but as soon as you get a tall player in this game and they're on the wing, the dribbling just isn't as good as the smaller, more agile ones. That's just a very, very common theme, and ultimately that's the case here. His dribbling is good for a tall player, but it's nowhere near as good as some of the more agile wingers, players like Neymar. But still, liked his ball control, and did actually show some really good close control in game, and you'll have seen that if you watched the footage. Stamina held up alright for me, to be honest, but if I used him as a central cam, he did tire a bit more, so in that situation I probably would look to sub him off at the end of the game. But if you're using him as a striker on the wing, he should be able to last 90 minutes with no issues. All in all, as I say, I think it's a nice item, but I don't believe it's worth its current transfer market cost, and I do believe there are many better wingers already available in the game, and over the next few months I think we'll see many better ones come into the game ultimately. As I say, the card just doesn't fit the FIFA 21 playstyle that well, and because of that, as I say, some people won't like this card too much, but I'm sure some people will get along with it. And for someone like me who's an Arsenal fan, I obviously did enjoy using this card just for the novelty. But all in all, as I say, there are better cards available, and I wouldn't advise going out of your way to get this item, unfortunately. You guys know I love Thierry Henry. I would have loved to have come into this review and said he's amazing, go buy him and stuff like that, but just being honest, I don't think he's that great. He's like just borderline under very good in my opinion. Anyway, I'm rambling. Let's wrap this video up. If you have enjoyed it, please do leave a like rating on it. In the comments below, let me know your thoughts on the item. Subscribe to the channel if you are new around here. Thanks for watching. I'll catch you in the next one.